Good morning, all of you, my dear students. In today's session, we are going to discuss and teach about the non defining, relative clause. Relative clause. It is the topic today we are going to discuss. I will explain it in detail, my dear students. Please listen carefully. In previous class, I have explained you about the relative clause. Please listen carefully. Relative clause, what is the meaning of definition of the relative clause? A relative clause is a kind of dependent clause. Dependent clause, or it is a subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. This subordinate clause has substitute for the, it stands for substitute for the noun. A relative clause always begins with relative pronouns. We have already known, we have discussed it in the previous session. Who, whom, whose, which, and that. These are 5 relative pronouns. Functions. The relative clause starts with relative pronouns. And when and where also, relative adverbs also. When and where. Okay, my dear students. Derivative clause have been divided into 2 kinds. Number 1 is defining relative clause. Number 2 is non-defining relative clause. We have already discussed a defining relative clause. So what is the meaning of the defining relative clause? The defining relative clause is, it gives information. It is one kind of dependent clause. It has a subject and predicate. Either main clause or the subordinate clause. Subject and predicate means verb. But main clause gives full meaning or complete meaning. Full sense. And subordinate clause gives incomplete meaning. That means relative clause also gives incomplete meaning. That's why it is a dependent clause. There are 2 kinds of relative clauses. One is the defining relative clause. What is the function of the defining relative clause? Defining relative clause begins with relative pronoun and substitute for the noun or noun phrase and gives something more information about the noun. That's why it is also called adjective clause. Adjective clause. It is come under the adjective clause. Why? Because the adjective clause, this clause functions an adjective. The function, what is the function of the adjective? It gives more information. It describes about the noun or noun phrase. That is the function of the relative clause. It functions as an adjective clause. Sometimes relative pronoun is necessary to describe the noun or the noun phrase. Defining relative clause gives only the essential information. That information tells who or what are talking about. We usually use relative pronoun. For example, the woman who is standing at the gate is my sister. That is the relative clause and defining relative clause. Now we are discussing and explain about the non-defining relative clause. Non-defining. What is the non-defining relative clause? It is also called non-restrictive relative clause, non-essential relative clause. Non-defining relative clause gives us information, extra information about someone. Extra, this is more important. Extra information about someone or something. About someone or something. And for example, it is not essential for understanding to complete the sentence. It is not essential. The non-defining relative clause is not essential to understanding the sentence, who and what we are talking about. For example, I will write to you, you should understand clearly, don't confuse my dear students. This is also always start with relative pronoun or relative adverb. Adverbs also, here called relative adverb. And non-defined relative clause start with also who, whom, whose, which, when, and where. These are pronouns start the non-defining relative clause start is relative pronouns and adverbs also. Where and when. When. But one example I will give you. My grandfather already declared my grandfather. Whom we are talking about? My grandfather. Comma, who is 70 years, it is in between the comma. Who is 70 years old. Who is 70 years old, 70, goes swimming every day. Here, who is 70, we delete this clause. My grandfather goes swimming every day. It gives full meaning. It is not essential. Who is 70 years or 70 years old? It is non-defining relative clause. It gives additional information. That's why it is a non-defining relative clause. It gives additional information. It has a subject and predicate. Who is a pronoun, relative pronoun, is a subject. And 70 years old is a complement. It gives incomplete meaning. It is also a subordinate clause, non-defining relative clause. And it is also an adjective clause. Why? Because it tells something about my grandfather, which is a noun phrase here. That means you should understand, my dear students, non-defining relative clause is not essential. For understanding the particular sentence, whom we are talking about, what we are talking about. Even though it is deleted, my grandfather goes swimming every day. It gives full meaning. We also use commas to separate the clause from the rest of the sentence. We put between the commas, who is 70 years. And when we talking about who can be used to talk about a person or people. We use who, person or people. And then relative pronoun, which can be used to talk about things or object other than persons. And whose a relative pronoun to start with non-defining relative clause. It refers to person, something belongs to possessive. Whose book is this? Possessive, belongs to. That is the relative clause start with non-defining relative start with relative pronouns. And that once, for example, I am talking about the Gandhi Park, comma, where we go regularly, where we go regularly has been closed. The Gandhi Park where we go regularly is a relative, non-defining relative clause. It gives information about the Gandhi Park. It is It is a non-living being, not a person. It is a place. We are talking about the place. That's why we are using relative adverb where. The Gandhi Park, where we go regularly. Where we go regularly. It is in between in commas. Here the Gandhi Park. We also write the definite article. The Gandhi Park, where we go regularly, has been closed. The Gandhi Park has been closed. It gives full meaning. In between, we add the non-defining relative clause in between the commas. It is also in between the hyphens. It is also in the brackets also. Where we go regularly is a non-defining relative clause, my dear students. That we should understand, my dear students. Go, where we go to regularly. To is preposition is necessary. That without preposition, we write the same sentence like this. How to the city park. Instead of where, we write which we love. Which we love is always busy. He is always busy on Sundays. Always busy on Sundays. The city park is always busy on Sundays. In between, after the city park, we keep the non-defining relative clause. Which we love. It is a non-defining relative clause. Non-restrictive relative clause. Non-essential information. It gives more information about the park. Even though you drop this, the meaning of the sentence did not change. The city park is always busy on Sundays. But here we use which instead of why, because the verb does not follow to preposition. On that time we use the which here. That is more important. Otherwise, if the preposition is there, we use where. That is more important, my dear students. And then we discuss about some more information about the non-defining relative clause. Non-defining relative clause are composed with the relative pronouns. The defining relative clause between the commas or between the hyphens and between the brackets also we should keep the non-defining relative clause. It separate from the rest of the sentence. From the rest of the sentence. We don't use, this is more important, my dear student. We don't use that. That can be used in defining relative clause, both person and place, things. We don't use, it is a note, it is exception here. We don't use that in the non-defining relative clause. So we need to use, instead of that, we use which. That is more important. If the pronoun refers to the thing, we use which. For things, we use which in non-defining clause. Things are objects. For persons, we use who. If it refers to a person, who it refers to a person, which refers to a things, but not use that in non-defining relative. Non-relative pronoun that is not used in non-defining relative clause. We can't drop the relative pronoun in this kind. In defining relative clause, we may be dropped the pronoun also. In sometimes, we have already explained in the defining relative clause. In sometimes we dropped the relative pronoun. In defining relative clause, my dear students. It is not at all possible. We can't drop the relative pronoun in the non-defining relative clause. That is more important, my dear students. And in non-defining relative clause, we should understand. For example, I will give you one example. We cannot drop the relative pronoun in this kind of clause, even if the relative pronoun is the subject of the clause also. We may be dropped in defining relative clause, some of the relative pronouns. For example, the defining relative clause, non-defining relative clause comes as a subject in this sentence. Subject of the sentence. For example, my boss, who is very strict, lives in Hyderabad. My boss lives in Hyderabad. In between the commas, who is very strict? The entire phrase has been functions as a subject of the sentence. Lives is a verb in Hyderabad. Lives in Hyderabad. My boss, who is very strict, lives in Hyderabad. Here, in which tense is the lives indicates the present tense. It is the main verb in this sentence. It is a subordinate clause. It is a dependent clause. It is the main verb here. It is in simple present. It is also in simple present tense. It is a non-defining relative clause. My boss, who is very strict, lives in Hyderabad. It is the subject of the sentence here. For our object of the sentence, I will write you. Yesterday I called our friend. Yesterday I called my friend. Subject, verb, object. I called my friend. Yesterday I called my friend. My friend Prasad. I will also mention the name. My friend Prasad, who lives in Nellore. Yesterday I called my friend Prasad, who lives in Nellore. Already the information already given. Whom did I call? My friend Prasad. We have understand the sentence. But the additional information, it tells about the object. I called my friend. It is object of the sentence. The non-defining relative clause who lives in Nellore tells something. It gives more information about the object phrase, not subjective phrase. It is a noun phrase, objective noun phrase. My friend Prasad. That means defining relative clause tells something about the object place, noun also or noun phrase also, my dear students. That is more important. And I really love the Komala Vilas Hotel, which we went to last night. For example, I really love the Komala Vilas Hotel, which we went last night. I really love the Komala Vilas Hotel, which we went last night. It describes about the Komala Vilas Hotel, which we went last night. It is a non-defining relative clause. It gives more information about the subject, about the real object of the noun phrase in this sentence, my dear students. That is, for example, we construct with the sentence whose. The little girl whose doll was lost. Lost. Is sad. The little girl is sad. In between, the little girl whose doll was lost is sad. Whose possessive? Possessive. Whose doll? The doll of the little girl. Whose doll? It is a non-defining relative clause. The little girl which is the non-defined relative clause, whose doll was lost. It is in simple past tense. The subordinate clause or adjective clause or dependent clause or non-defining relative clause gives information about the little girl. About the little girl. The little girl whose doll was lost is sad. It is the non-defining relative clause with the construction of whose. Okay, my dear children, my dear students, you should understand the clause in detail. In the non-defined relative clause, were removed from the sentence. The sentence, even though we removed from the sentence would still give grammatically correct. Grammatically correct. They did not change the meaning. The sentence is grammatically correct. If you delete this one, the relative clause, it gives grammatically correct. It is not grammatically wrong. That is the more important, my dear students. Even though we delete the non-defining relative clause, the sentence gives general grammatically correct sentence. The meaning would not have changed. Would not have changed. The non-defined relative clause, the pronouns whom and which are often replaced by that in spoken language. That is more important. Who, whom, or which are often who, whom, which are replaced by that in defining relative clause. But it is not possible in non-defining relative clause. We cannot replace other pronouns with that. We cannot use the relative pronoun that in non-defining relative clause. That is more important. We also cannot leave out the relative pronoun in non-defining relative clause. Sometimes in defining relative clause, we dropped the relative pronoun also. In non-defined relative clause, always separated from the rest of the sentence with commas. That is more important. For example, he gave me letter. For example, I write you, he gave me a letter. He gave me a letter which was in a blue envelope. Which was in a blue envelope. A blue envelope. Which was in a blue envelope. Which was in a blue envelope. Here we should understand, my dear students, he gave me a letter which was in blue envelope. What is the non-defining relative clause which was in blue envelope? It describes about the letter. It is object of a letter is a object of the gave pronoun. Gave. Object of the gave. It is a noun. A letter. Non-defining relative clause gives more information about the letter. He gave me a letter. What is the difference? Non-defining relative clause, there was only one letter. There is only one letter here. It happened to be blue. It must use which. That is more important in starting the non-relative clause. And otherwise, he gave me letter which was in blue envelope. If you want to use that, it is the non-defining clause. If you write the relative defining clause, the same sentence. If you write the defining relative clause without comma, he gave me a letter that was in blue envelope. That is there is no put comma between. We should not put commas between the non-defining relative clause. It is a defining relative clause. What is the difference meaning? What is the meaning? The different meaning was defining a relative clause. There were several letters of different colors. That is the meaning here. And he gave me the envelope which may be replaced by that. He gave me defining relative clause. There were several letters of different colors, and he gave me the blue envelope. Among the different colors, he gave me blue envelope, which may be replaced by that. The commas are removed. We are using that, the commas removed. It is defining relative clause. That just meaning is different. You put in between the commas, it is defining non-defining relative clause. That means what is the meaning? Non-defining. There was only one letter. It happened to be blue. We must use which. On the time we use which. When we use instead of relative pronoun that, it changed into defining relative clause. What is the meaning of this sentence? He gave me a letter that was in blue envelope. The implied meaning is, in defining relative clause, we don't keep the commas, we don't separate the defining relative clause. It is defining relative clause. Defining relative clause, there was several letters of different colors, and he gave me the blue one, which may be replaced by that. The commas are removed. We should not put the commas. That is the meaning of this sentence, implied meaning. He gave me the letter which I read immediately. For example, he gave me a letter which I read immediately. Which I read, R-E-A-D, read, past tense form, immediately. He gave me a letter which I read immediately. Non-defining relative clause, which we cannot use that. If you use that, it is a defining relative clause. That means we put the commas. That is in between non-defining relative clause and the remaining sentence, we put the comma. It is non-defining relative clause. Non-defining relative clause, there was only one letter which is the object of the read, but it still must be included in the sentence. It is the object of the sentence, which read immediately. It is give more information, additional information about the noun, object of the gave. He gave me letter. He gave me the letter. Me is indirect object. The letter is direct object. He gave me the letter which read immediately. He gave me the letter which read immediately. That means he is subject, gave V2 verb. It is indirect object. The letter is a direct object. It gives additional information about the direct object, the noun phrase, which read immediately. Read means read. It is non-defining relative clause. Here we keep the comma. Without comma, and we write here relative pronoun, that it is defining relative clause. That is different between the relative clause and tomorrow, next class, we will meet again practice test on the relative clause, my dear students. Okay, thank you. Goodbye all of you, each and everyone.